Konnichiwa minasan, Hirito desu, and welcome back to Let's Talk Anime. Well guys, today is episode 9 of Let's Talk Anime. Episode 8 was shot almost a year ago, which is kind of crazy, but after much deliberation, I decided to bring back the series. So guys, in today's series, in today's episode, I'm gonna be doing something different. You know how in every episode I take an anime and then talk about it and try to get you guys to watch it. Mostly underrated shows that people don't watch. Like for example, in episode 1, I talked about Make Cross Delta, and I'm sure that not many people have watched that show. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take different genres of anime and then like talk about 3 of my favorite anime from those genres, either 3 or 2. 2 when it comes to horror, because in horror anime I've only watched like 2 horror anime. But for like action, adventure, comedy, romance, isekai, and all the others, I'm gonna be talking about like 3 different animes. I'm gonna give a brief explanation on the anime as well, my personal ratings, and how many seasons or movies they have, so that you guys can have a basic knowledge on what it is, and maybe it will hype you up to watch it. So guys, before we get into the episode, if you're new here, please don't hesitate to comment, like, and subscribe, especially subscribe, guys. Please be part of the community that is subscribed to my channel, and if you don't like the videos, anytime you can unsubscribe, but I know you will, so I know you will like them, that's what I mean. So in any case, let's get into the video. First genre that we have is action, and in the action, the first one that I have here listed is Black Lagoon, which I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, and it has 2 seasons, which personally deserves way more than that. And I know that there's another kind of short season, which I still haven't watched yet, but I do plan to. People said that it's quite amazing. But let me talk about this, the 2 seasons that I watched already. Black Lagoon basically is a show that blew my mind, literally. It's an anime that I put up for so long, but when I finally watched it, I was like, yo, this anime needs a huge fan base. Why are there not people talking about this show? Because it's so good. Basically speaking, it's an anime about crime, okay? And it's not like talking about like crime fighters or whatever, or like heroes. It's actually about criminals. The main characters are criminals, right? It's set in a country, right, where it's everything there is crime. Like you find every crime possible. Even nuns, even the church over there does crime. Okay, they like sell weapons and shit. And yeah, there's like the triads, which are Chinese mafia. There's Italian mafia over there. There's a Russian mafia over there. But the main crew that we're focusing on, the main characters, they're basically 4 people, and those 4 people are anyway, I forgot like the name of 2 of them, like the 2 of the main guys. Is this guy over here. I kind of forgot his name. I'm sorry. He's like the leader, right? He's the one that gets the job requests and whatever. He's like the boss, okay? And he's also really cool, okay? Then there's this guy over here. He's like the tech guy. He's the one that deals with everything that has to do with technology and shit on their crew. There's Rock. Rock was a new recruit. Basically, he wasn't even a criminal, but he was sent there, right, on a job. And later on, he decided to quit his job and to be like a hitman. Basically claim that he's dead. So he's just gonna live his life over there with this group. And of course, last but not least, the best one, my waifu, Revi. Like, this girl is, okay, Revi is just the best. She is an amazing fighter. She's just so cool. And seriously, she's one of my favorite characters in all of anime. So yeah, like I said, this anime is just about crime. Basically, it's an anime about seeing things from the other side of the coin. You understand? You're not just seeing crime fighters, heroes, good guys. You're also seeing what the bad guys do. Understand? How the bad guys do stuff. And like seriously, this country over there, even the police, they're criminals, okay? Because there was a time where these guys were fighting and shooting each other. The police came and arrested them, and then let them go just a few blocks down the street. I mean, it's an amazing show, and you guys really need to watch it, okay? Next up the list is Code Geass with a 9.5 out of 10, 2 seasons and a movie. I say a movie because I'm going with what they're following, after season 1 to season 2, after season 2 was this movie. I know there are other movies as well. I haven't watched them yet, but this is the main focus of the story. Code Geass, the 2 seasons, and the movie that came out a few years ago. An amazing show. Like Lelouch, I mean, everyone knows Lelouch. Even people that don't watch Code Geass or don't know who Lelouch is, they still know Lelouch. Like, if you show them a picture of Lelouch, like here, okay, they know who Lelouch is. They know the Geass, because I've seen a lot of posts on like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter They were like, oh, what's the best eye? The Sharingan, the Rinnegan, the Gears, the this one, the that one. You know, they know these things. So anyway, Code Geass is focusing on Lelouch. Lelouch is one of the smartest characters in all of anime. Not just smartest when it comes to like smarts, you know, but also an amazing strategist. This guy managed to take over the world single-handedly. Okay, at some points it wasn't single-handedly. It was, you know, he has his own army and shit. But like in the last part of season 2, this dude took over the world alone. Alone, fam. Do you understand what, man, this guy is just amazing. But the thing is, he's like, how should I put it? He became a villain so that the world can come together in peace. You understand? I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but those people that haven't watched it yet. But Code Geass is a really amazing show. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that say they don't want to watch Code Geass because the animation looks weird. They look too tall. They look too skinny or whatever. Like my sister, for example, I had to force her to watch season 1, and now she wants to watch the rest. You understand? So forget how they look. Okay, they look amazing. Okay, but the anime is really an awesome show. It has so many plot twists, like the story, the plot itself. The creator took such a long time to bring these things together, and you could see the logic and rationality behind his action and everything that happens over there. It's such like it's a story and an anime that it's not for like the weak-minded. You need to have like a strong mindset and like a high IQ to understand some things that go on in there. Anyway, after this we have Akudama Drive, which I gave a 9 out of 10. It has only one season, like the story just ends in one season. It's basically, I'm just gonna say it out there, okay? So that I won't say much, just one sentence. It's basically sci-fi Akame ga Kill, okay? And don't give me like Akame ga Kill was trash or whatever. Akame ga Kill was amazing. You guys need to understand something. Akame ga Kill didn't follow the route where all the heroes must survive in the end. No, Akame ga Kill followed the realistic route, where not all the heroes survive, okay? There's the heroes that die and the heroes that survive, okay? Not all of them survive. That's what they followed. It is a realistic path. Of course, a lot of people didn't like that path because, why did they all die? Because I like this character, I like that character, I like this one. Yes, I understand that, but they had to follow. They wanted to follow something realistic where not everyone survives, okay? Not all the good guys survive, which is an amazing plot point. Same thing with Akudama Drive, and you guys should really watch the show. It is really, really amazing, truthfully. Then for the next genre we have adventure, and in adventure number 1 on my list is Kanata no Astra. Kanata no Astra, I give it a 10 out of 10. It has only one season. Same thing, it ended with one season. This is an anime that I actually put out for quite a long time. Really, I've only like what I did. I watched like 10 minutes of. Is it even 10 minutes? Like 5 minutes of episode 1 when it came out, and I put it away because I thought it was like weird. Because episode 1 and episode 12 have like 40 something minutes long. Whereas the other episodes are like normal anime episodes, but the first and 12, 40 plus minutes. So I was like, how can I watch this? Like, it's not really up my alley. But after some time, when I saw that I didn't have anything else to watch, I was like, let me just give it a chance. And it's truthfully an amazing show. One of the best adventure anime that are out there, seriously. I cried my eyes out, okay, when it ended. Not because it was a sad ending or whatever. It was such a satisfying ending. That's, you know, those anime that they're so satisfying that you just needed to continue. Like, I just wanted to continue. It's one of those shows that I wish were as long as One Piece, truthfully, because it's so good. So guys, you really need to watch this show. It's a space adventure, really an amazing show, a space adventure show. You guys really need to watch it. Don't just put it away like you're like, oh, it's not up my alley. Guys, many anime were not up my alley, but I still watch them, and they're one of my favorites right now, okay? Next, Dr. Stone. I mean, come on, everyone knows Dr. Stone. I give it a 10 out of 10. It has 2 seasons, 3rd season confirmed. Really amazing. I'm also reading the manga. Dr. Stone is really one of the best adventure anime out there. Guys, you don't need to go to school and learn science anymore. You can learn science out of Dr. Stone. Seriously, you can learn how to make a freaking phone, a freaking boat, a freaking plane, or a tank just from watching Dr. Stone, okay? Next, we got 7 Seeds. 7 Seeds, I give it an 8 out of 10. It only has 2 seasons. I really hope they bring out a 3rd. A lot of people that I gave it to watch, though, they were like, they were kind of skeptical about it. They didn't really feel what I felt. I don't know about you guys, or about the people that watch 7 Seeds, but 7 Seeds is one of the best adventure shows out there. Of course, it didn't have like some of the best plot points at sometimes. It was kind of weird at times, but seriously, how should I put it? Like season one had like a normal pace, you know. But season 2 just like blew. Okay, it just blew away. But like the stuff that they brought in season 2 was so good. Seriously, you guys really need to watch this. It's a post-apocalyptic adventure show where like these guys, like the people from before the apocalypse, they put up a few teams in every single country around the world to try and preserve humanity, because there was an apocalypse coming on where all of humanity will die. But these guys were sent underground and put to sleep for thousands of years, and finally they woke up later, and now they have to survive. Now the world has changed. The earth is not the same anymore. Freaking Tokyo is underwater. You understand? But it's a really amazing show, and you guys really need to watch this. Okay, I'm telling you guys, it's really amazing. Of course, there's some characters that are quite annoying and really stupid, and you kind of wish they were dead. But yeah, don't worry, it's an amazing show. You guys really need to see this thing. Horrors. I haven't watched many horror. When I say many, I've only watched 2. Okay. Another. I give it a 9 out of 10. Has only 1 season. And yeah, a lot of people, I'm sure they've watched Another, and I know a lot of, even if you don't know what Another is, you would know this particular scene. And the scene where this girl falls down the stairs and then stabs her neck with her umbrella. Everyone knows that scene. So if you know that scene, watch Another. Okay? It's a really nice show. Then my second one is Corpse Party. I give it an 8 out of 10. It only has 1 season, I think like 4 or 5 episodes. Yeah, it's scary. Truthfully. That is horror. Okay, my sister forced me to watch this since I was watching on a blanket covering me because it was scary. Okay, to me, I'm not good with horror stuff. But if you guys have like some good horror that are not really the ones that would like suck my soul out, comment down below please, because I do want to get into more horror anime. Then up next we have romance shows, and on romance, on the first on the list is Golden Time with an 8 out of 10. Only has 1 season. It's a really nice show. Truthfully, it's quite nice. Starts off with this girl Coco, who she's in love with her childhood friend, right? But the guy doesn't love her back, and he moves away, goes to the city, and then starts going to, like, he enrolls into university, and hopefully in hope that the girl doesn't find him, but she still finds him and enrolls in the same university. This guy makes friends with the main character, whose name is Tada Banri, right? And Banri has like amnesia. Like, he some time ago he fell down a bridge and hit his head and then got amnesia. But like that was some years back. Now he started living his life more and whatever, and he falls in love with Coco. Over time, Coco falls in love with him as well. And it's not one of those shows where they be like, oh, I have to wait till the end of the series when they finally fall in love. No, they fall in love like towards the beginning of the show, and then the show itself is just like their journey together, and also Banri's journey of trying to get his memories back, or not only is getting his memories back, but his brain is started functioning in such a way that his his memories are coming back. But because his memories are coming back, his current memories, the ones that after the accident, starting to fade away, which means that all the friends he made, his relationship with Coco, they start to disappear, until finally towards the last few episodes, his memory does disappear. So yeah, it's a really nice show. You guys really need to watch this. It's truly amazing. Don't put it away. Really watch this. Okay. Second on the list is Nana. 9 out of 10, 1 season, really needs to continue. And Nana is one of those shows that, bros, you need to be like above 15 or 16 to understand the things that go on this show, because it's quite an adult show. Not because there were like adult things happening there, but you have to have like a matured mindset to understand what's going on in this show in Nana. Really one of the best shows out there. One of the best anime. Then number 3 is Say I Love You with 8.5 out of 10. Only has 1 season. I really need the show to continue. Okay, Say I Love You starts off with one of the most, like, not one of the most popular and the most handsome guy in school falls in love with like the lowest of the low in the school. Like, she doesn't talk to people, she doesn't have friends, she's just shy, she's quiet, and the guy falls for her. Yeah, he falls for it, and through him she makes friends, she starts to open up more, and it's really amazing. I actually need to get into the manga because this anime is really amazing, and you guys need to watch it too. It just follows the adventure of like to see how it feels like for a girl that didn't have anything to now having everything. You understand? It just follows her path of just breaking out of her shell as an introvert and someone that it doesn't fit well with society. Then we have comedy, which is one of my favorite genres out there. First off, we have Grand Blue, which I give it a whopping 10 out of 10. Has only one season and I need this thing to continue. It's a really amazing show. You would laugh your ass off, okay? Grand Blue is one of the best comedies out there. Follows the adventure of one specific guy, what's his name? Jorge, if I'm not... I forgot his name. I think it was Jorge or whatever. Anyway, this guy goes to college and he enrolls in university and he lives with his uncle, right? But because of the way his uncle works, his uncle owns like this bar kind of a place where a lot of surfers and students go there. So the diving club come to recruit him, and it basically follows his adventure in the diving club and scuba diving club or whatever. So it follows his adventure with the scuba diving club, his cousins, and all these guys together. It's a really, really amazing show. You guys need to watch it. Number 2 on the list is Nanbaka with a whopping 8 out of 10. Has only one season. Nanbaka is an anime that took me by surprise, actually. Someone suggested it to me, and I didn't know what it was at the beginning. He was just like, just watch it. I was like, fine. I just saw the episode where like, oh, it just started off with like, this is the greatest prison on earth. Nobody can escape from this prison. And I was like, oh, okay, nobody can escape from this prison. Which I knew from in the beginning, okay, it's gonna be an anime about a prison escape. Awesome. What I didn't know, because my mind was like, oh, awesome prison escape, whatever. What I didn't know, there was gonna be like some huge ass comedy involved in here, because these 4 guys, like, it just showed these 4 guys trying to escape, right? And I was like, okay, there was like a comedy involved and whatever, nice. So they're actually gonna escape from like the toughest prison on earth. And in the end, they didn't escape. But what made it so funny was afterwards, when they put them back in their cell, they actually made it out, you know, to the outside. But the warden put them back inside. So afterwards, the warden said, it was like, yo guys, what is wrong with you? This is like the 4th time today. I was like, what? Is this how easy is it for them to escape the toughest prison on earth? I was like, every day, like, to put it simply, you know how a cell door, you know, you can't just get out of cell door without like the warden or the police guard to come and get you out, right? These guys will literally come out of their door, like their cell, as if they're coming out of their bedroom. There was literally one episode where this guy, one of the guys that specializes in locks, he left his cell and went into the warden's office to sleep there. When the warden came the next day, he was like, what are you doing here? I was like, oh, these guys were making noise last night, so I need to sleep. I was like, what? Bro, it's an amazing show. You guys need to watch this. Number 3, Konosuba, 9 out of 10, 2 seasons and a movie. 3rd season confirmed. Everyone knows Konosuba, come on. Explosion, Megumi, darkness who likes everything that goes against that. And Aqua, the useless goddess, the Kazuma, the unfortunate reincarnation. You guys, everyone knows Konosuba. You can't tell me that you don't know it. But for just in case, I know there are people that haven't watched Konosuba. Watch it. It's a truly amazing show. I mean, comedy and Isekai put in together, bros. It's one of the best combinations out there. Then, next genre is mystery. And for mystery, for number 1, I have Death Note. Death Note, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. It has only 1 season. I know a lot of people have watched Death Note, and even if you haven't watched it, I know you've heard of it. I know you know Light. I know you know L. Even if you haven't watched this show. Just for the sake of knowing them, bros, watch it. Death Note is amazing. I put it off for years until I watched it at the beginning of this year, and truthfully, it's one of the best shows I've ever watched. Death Note is a purely amazing mystery show. Okay, it's in my top 10. Really, Death Note is it has to be in at least top 20 for anyone that watched Death Note. It cannot be below that. It can't. That's how good this show is. Number 2, Moriarty the Patriot. I give it an 8 out of 10. Has 2 seasons. I still haven't watched the 2nd season, but I only watched the first, and is one of the best mystery shows as well. It follows the adventures of Moriarty and Sherlock Holmes, for crying out loud. Sherlock Holmes is in this show. For anyone that's read the Sherlock Holmes novels, you would know who Moriarty is. Moriarty is that one guy that Sherlock had a huge tough time catching. That's who Moriarty was, because this guy basically, he would commit a crime, but then once the police come to that place, they're like, oh, was not a crime. What do you mean it was not a crime? Like, seriously, the way this guy frames people or does these things, like, he would kill someone in such ways that people be like, oh, it was suicide. What? Like, seriously, it's one of the best shows out there. Erased is number 3 on the list. I give it an 8 out of 10. One season. This show was like, bro, like kids fighting a serial killer. I'm like, bruh, wait, what is this show? Like, this show took me by surprise again. This guy manages to go back in time, right, when he was a child, and manages to start combating, fighting against a serial killer that's been killing kids back then. In his present life, the serial killer also killed his mother. So now he has the ability to go back in time and put a stop to what the serial killer did, from killing his friends. The ending of this show took me by surprise, truthfully, guys. It's one of the best mystery shows out there. You really need to watch it if you haven't already. Next genre, psychological. And over here, number 1 on the list, Classroom of the Elite. 10 out of 10, one season. Really, this show deserves like 100 seasons, okay? It's so good. Classroom of the Elite is one of the best shows out there. Again, you guys need to of course you know Ayano Koji. Come on, you've seen his face before. Ayano Koji is again one of the smartest characters in all of anime, alongside Lelouch, alongside Senku, alongside L and Light. This guy is smart as hell. And if you guys want to know how smart he really is, I kind of made a video regarding anime smart characters. If you guys want to watch it, it's the link is in the description or appearing over here. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but yeah, you guys will get a basic idea of how smart Ayano Koji is. Anyway. It's a high school anime, really amazing. You guys need to watch it. Steins Gate is my second one. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Has one season and a movie. I know a lot of people that watch Steins Gate and Classroom of the Elite that are gonna come after me, especially you, Jason, if you're watching this video. Yeah, how can Classroom of the Elite be above Steins Gate? Steins Gate is so good. I know Steins Gate is good, but Classroom of the Elite had a much more impact on me. I mean, Steins Gate had like a slow pacing. It really had a slow pacing. The logic behind it, the stuff that was happening in it, the climaxes were on point, amazing, but it was slow. That's just me. It was just slow, but the show is truly badass. Okay, the plot points out of this world. You guys need to watch Steins Gate if you haven't watched it already. Same thing with Death Note. I put it off for years until I finally watched it, and again, it's one of my favorite. It's in my top 10. Next up, we have Death Parade, which I gave an 8.5 out of 10. One season. Really need to know what happens next, because like the ending was sort of like a cliffhanger, but also satisfying at the same time. It felt like an ending that, yes, I can call this an amazing ending, but it also felt like a cliffhanger. I don't know how that works, but that's how the ending was. It's basically about, it's an anime, it's like a game show, but it decides where you go in the afterlife. Whether, it basically is the afterlife. It decides, basically decides for a soul of a person whether you will be reincarnated or sent into nothingness. Basically, you would cease to exist. Your soul ceases to exist. That's how the show is. It's a psychological thriller, you understand? At some points, it kind of felt scary, But it's a great show. Next up, we have gaming. The gaming genre, we have Sword Art Online, of course. I give it a 9 out of 10. It has 4 seasons and a movie. Second movie confirmed. One of the best shows I have ever watched. I don't care if you're gonna come after me, okay? You know me, guys, okay? I'm a controversial anime YouTuber. I say Sword Art Online is great, and I say Sakura is not useless. I mean, come on. I am a controversial anime YouTuber, okay? But seriously, Sword Art Online, you guys know what Sword Art Online is. For you guys that put it off after, like, let's say after the second half of season 1, or just after the first half of season 2, I will slap you, okay? You guys need to watch this thing. This thing is a masterpiece. Okay, I can understand, yeah, even season 2 for me wasn't the best out of the best, because, like, for example, the Excalibur arc wasn't the best out there. But the other ones, I mean, come on. Yes, I can understand season 1, like, the Ironclad arc could have been longer. Yes, I can understand they were, like, the pacing was too fast and whatever, but come on, I mean, you can't expect them to, like, have an episode for every single floor they're on. I can understand that, okay? What do you expect? You want Sword Art Online to be the next One Piece? I mean, come on. If it was the next One Piece, people would be like, oh, they're just basically recycling every single floor. Seriously, that's what you guys would say. Because that's what people are talking about, Sword Art Online. They'd be like, oh, they should have made episodes for every single floor they were on. Because episode 1, they were on floor 1. Episode 2, they're on floor 25. How does that work? But if they actually did what you guys would have said, they would have been like, oh, they're actually recycling every single episode. They're recycling every single floor. I would drop kick you guys. Okay, there's no way they can satisfy you people. Just watch the show, enjoy what is happening inside there. It's a truly amazing anime. Okay. And the second movie is actually gonna answer a lot of questions from what happened in season 1, because the second movie is basically Aincrad arc, but from Asuna's point of view. Because after episode 2, like after he split up from Asuna, we're gonna see what actually happened to Asuna from there to meeting Kirito. So it's an amazing to meeting Kirito again. So I'm really looking forward to it. Number 2 on the list, Log Horizon. I give it an 8 out of 10. Has 3 seasons. The 3rd season came out last year. Was it last year or the beginning of this year? I have no idea. I can't remember. But basically is like Sword Art Online, same concept, transforming into another world. But what I do love more about Log Horizon than Sword Art Online was the world building itself. Like the world of Log Horizon was so freaking huge. And I love how they interacted with the NPCs more. Because in Sword Art Online in like season 1, they didn't really interact with NPCs. Whereas in Log Horizon, they interact with NPCs as if, the NPCs were like the citizens of that world. So that's how amazing it was. Plus in Log Horizon, like one thing that I love is army versus army kind of fights, and Log Horizon had that shit, and I was like, bruh, this is an awesome show. And like the guilds and everything, the system, I loved it. Okay, next, No Game No Life. I give it an 8 out of 10. Has 1 season and a movie. The movie blew my mind. Okay, No Game No Life 0 blew my mind. I was in tears by the end of the movie. Really an amazing show. And guys, screw the fan service, okay? No Game No Life is an amazing show, okay? Watch it. I need a season 2, by the way. It's also an Isekai, which makes it even better. Then, speaking of Isekai, we have the next genre, Isekai. My first on the list, Mushoku Tensei, or Jobless Reincarnation, a new anime actually. Was it that it came out this year, right? It came out at the beginning of this year, winter season. I give it a 9 out of 10, has 1 season, season 2 confirmed. A really awesome show. And it's not like the generic isekais where like, oh, okay, you die, transport into another world, you get this power, and then you just become awesome. Nah, this had like a lot of thought process that they put into this was amazing. This guy wasn't just an ordinary guy that became a handsome harem anime character, isekai character. Nah, this guy was an asshole, a douchebag, was bullied, he was an idiot. This guy was the way they introduced this guy was jacking off to hentai. I mean, come on, fam. Okay, so when he got reincarnated, he was reincarnated as a kid, but he still had his mind from the previous world, and he could think like an adult as a baby. Okay, but it was funny how like to see him growing up and doing his shit, and then finally starting to learn the magic, and not like just any magic, like, oh, okay, you can do this magic because you're the main character. Nah, fam, this guy had to learn. There was logic and there was processing behind his abilities. Basically, think of how am I gonna say Naruto? Okay, basically you have to train to gain these abilities, okay? And the magic power. Really great show. Next up, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I mean, come on. I give it a 10 out of 10. 2 seasons, 1 spin-off. Second season is crazy as hell. I'm actually caught up with the manga because I couldn't wait. I needed to know what was going on. And guys, I'm just telling you, what is going to happen in the second season right now is gonna blow your mind. Seriously, second season, pure masterpiece as well. First season was great as well, but second season is just way up there. This guy died, got reincarnated as a freaking slime. Okay, one of the lowest of the low. But because of him being a slime, as a slime, you can eat things. You can just insert them in your body and just dissolve them. That's what basically reincarnated as a slime is. He started gaining his abilities by dissolving creatures and all these things. And again, there's a thought process behind it, there's logic behind his abilities, and the adventure of the show is just way up there. If I should put it in the adventure genre, it will still be one of the best. Up next, we got ReZero, and I give it a 9.5 out of 10. 2 seasons and a movie. There's no way you don't know what ReZero is, okay? There's no way. I mean, you would have seen Subaru or Emilia. I mean, Rem, for crying out loud. Everyone knows Rem. Everyone knows that horrific scene where Subaru was like, sorry, I love Emilia. Oh, no. But come on, guys. Everyone knows this show. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. If you dropped it because of that scene where this guy said, I love Emilia, I would drop kick you, okay? Watch this show. It's a pure masterpiece. Season 2 was out of this world, okay? Next up, we have Sci-fi. And in Sci-fi, number one, I have Ultima Zero with a 10 out of 10, and it has only one season. An underrated show actually. A lot of people have watched Ultima Zero because a lot of people that I've asked were like, "Yo, do you know Ultima Zero?" Nah, I don't know. But if you guys want to know more about Ultima Zero, I don't want to talk much about it. If you don't know about Ultima Zero, then I suggest you watch this video because I made a video about it. It's way up here, we're up here. Anyway, link in the description down below. Ultima Zero in a nutshell. You guys need to watch it because it's at least watch the video to get a basic idea of what it is. Next up, Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Dainuetis, whatever. 9 out of 10, has only one season. I'm not talking about the OG. I'm talking about the second one, the more recent one. I haven't watched the first one yet, but I know it's one of the best out there. One of the best anime on Mal, actually. But I've only watched the second one, and it's really amazing. I had it with me for so long, but I never watched it until I finally gave it a try. And bros, it's beautiful. The way it starts is like, you'd be like, oh, these are the guys, these are the good guys. I'm rooting for them. But then by episode 3, I think 2 or 3, they start showing you the other guys. They be like, oh, I think I like these guys more. That's how it is. The thing is, in this show, you can't pick a side, okay? You can't really pick a side because there are people that like those guys more and there are people that like these guys more. You understand? And that's how the thing is. You know, it's one of those shows that you can't really say who's good or bad. Of course, the first guy, like the first guys that still have like the empires and what shit, they do seem like the evil guys. But anyway, they still are amazing. So you can't really pick a side. But anyway, it's an intergalactic space adventure war kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not like it's mecha. Okay, like Ultima Zero or like Infinite Stratus or Evangelion. No, they don't use like those mechas. They have like spaceships that fight against spaceships. Think Star Wars. Okay, it's really a great show, and you guys need to watch this. Macross Delta, I give it an 8 out of 10. Has only one season. If you guys want to know more about it, I talked about Macross Delta in the first episode of Let's Talk Anime. If you guys want to watch it and know more about Macross, then you can watch the video over here or there, whatever. The link is in the description down below. It's an amazing show, and you guys need to watch this. I really need more. And anyway, it's one of those shows where they have like characters that sing. You know, not that they sing and give you powers, but like they're like combating their voices. They have the ability to combat this kind of how should I put it? It's some kind of like disease that affects you when you use too much of if you fight too much or something like that. I still can't remember correctly what it was, but I explained it in the video, so you can watch it over there. Up next, the next genre is magic and fantasy. First off, we have Seven Deadly Sins with an 8 out of 10. 4 or 5 seasons. Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, everyone knows Seven Deadly Sins and how bad the third season was. And yeah, the animation went downhill with the third season. I think it was the third season. Yeah. But still, the storyline is kind of nice, okay? 8 out of 10. I will probably... I still haven't watched the last season, but I did read the manga. And yeah, it's a really nice story. It follows the story nicely. It's just that the animation is poor after the third season, like starting with the third season. Season 1 and 2 had a badass animation. Season 3 and upwards was stupid. Really stupid, okay? The animation was trash. But the story is still nice. I know it's gonna feel hard to watch it, which is why if you can't watch it, then I suggest to read the manga because the manga is actually really, really nice. Up next on the list, which is also my favorite anime of all time, Shingeki no Bahamut, with a whopping 10 out of 10, and it has 2 seasons. I will probably make a Let's Talk Anime episode of it as well, probably in episode 10. But yeah, Shingeki no Bahamut is really an amazing show. Really, like, one of the best I've ever watched. It has everything inside. It has like humans, it has dragons, it has demons, it has angels. It's look, guys, let me tell you something. When you have a show, we know that basically everyone is fighting against each other, but then towards like the end or like something, you see like the bad guys and the good guys team up to fight someone. Just know that that is gonna be a badass show, and that's Shingeki no Bahamut. Okay, so watch it. Also made by Studio Ufotable, so you should know that the animation is top tier. Next up, on Magic and Fantasy, we have Katanagatari with a 9 out of 10 on 1 season. Ending killed me. what happened at the ending, like in the not the last episode. Was it the last episode or the episode before? It killed me. It's a long ass anime. When I say long, not in episodes, but like in time per episode, like 40 plus minutes per episode. Really an amazing show. You guys need to watch it. You would see some of the best swordsmen in anime in Katanagatari. Quite an underrated show, seriously. But some of the best swordsmen are in this show. When I say some of the best, like yo, they would be on par. Like they would fit top 10 category when it comes to best swordsmen in anime. They would fit it. So you guys need to watch this, okay? Up next, military and strategy anime. My number one is on the list is Arslan Senki with 9 out of 10 and 2 seasons. I feel like beating up the studio that made this show because they ended it with a cliffhanger. I need to know what happens next. It's season 2 at like 7 or 8 episodes because this show is so good. Okay, Arslan Senki is so freaking good. Like, I think it's Arslan's War or something like that. It follows the adventure of a prince, basically, who has never known war. He has never fought before. He's only training to fight. But then one day, his father finally takes him to the battlefield, and that's the battlefield. That's the first battle that the father and their country ever lost. Now, by losing that battle, the capital was taken over, and a huge part of the country was taken over. The king was captured. Arslan was the only one left. Him and his trusty companion, Darian. Now, these guys, Arslan raises an army, gets a lot of people behind him, and they start fighting in more battles, and Arslan becomes like an amazing ruler and stuff. You know, being the crown prince and everything, he starts getting more balls and shit. And yeah, it's an amazing show. Basically, a zero to hero kind of show. So, and I mean, war and strategy and military, bruh, it's one of the best, in my opinion. Up next, we have Alderman on the Sky with a 9 out of 10. And has only 1 season and truly deserves more. It's a really underrated show with one of the smartest characters I've ever seen. When I say one of the smartest, I mean like close to Lelouch kind of smarts when it comes to like strategizing and smart. You understand? This guy is smart as hell. An amazing military show, an amazing war show. If you guys like military, this is a show that you should not put away. Okay, really underrated. I haven't seen anyone or heard anyone talk about this show, and I'm talking about it for the first time. I'll probably do a Let's Talk Anime episode about it as well. Up next, and last but not least, is the Saga of Tanya the Evil with 10 out of 10. Has 1 season and a movie, and then season 2 confirmed. Really, everyone should know what Saga of Tanya the Evil is, or maybe if you know it by the Japanese name, Yojo Senki. I mean, everyone knows who this midget is. I mean, come on. We've seen her everywhere, okay? Tanya is everywhere. Everyone knows who Tanya is. And, I mean, it's also an Isekai, which makes it even better. Me that loves Isekai. And, she is crazy as hell, but strong as hell as well. And smart as hell. So, guys, you should also watch this one if you haven't already. If not for, like, being interested in it, at least watch it so that, you know, when season 2 comes out, bros, at least you'll be among the people that watched the show. I mean, you won't regret it. I'm telling you guys, you won't regret watching the Saga of Tanya the Evil. That's just it. So, guys, these were the anime that I said I'm gonna recommend to you guys in this episode of Let's Talk Anime. I hope you guys find some ones over here that will be interested in. And one thing I also wanted to tell you guys before I end the video is that I know there are a lot of people that be like, oh, I only watch like action and horror, or I only watch adventure, or I only watch romance or comedy, or I only watch mystery. Guys, don't be those guys. Okay? Give every genre a chance. Because I was the same. I was like, oh, I only watch action and isekai, or I only watch comedy. Until finally I gave adventure, romance, and the others a try. I watch every genre out there. Because I want to know more. I want to see what they are like. And that's how I started to love every genre. Because that's just it. You just have to give it a try. Don't be like, I don't watch this. Yeah, especially people that don't watch romance. I know a lot of people that be like, oh, I don't watch romance anime because romance is for girls or whatever. I would slap you boys, okay? Romance is one of the best genres out there. It has some of the best anime. Like I said, Golden Time, Nana, Say I Love You, freaking Toradora, okay? Clannad. Come on, guys. They're some of the best, okay? So just give them a try. Just give them a try. No matter what genre they are, just give these anime a try. You will surely come to love them. And even if you didn't, if you don't, I'm telling you guys, if you didn't come to love these anime, you can just drop a dislike in there. I don't care. Just dislike the video if you didn't come to like the anime after you watch them, after I recommended them to you. If you didn't like watching them, or whatever, just drop a dislike. I don't care. I don't care. Okay? Because I know that these anime slap. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I talked a lot. It's like a 40-minute long video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, don't hesitate to comment, like, and subscribe. Like I said, if you're new here and if you stuck around till the end of the video, I thank you. I love you guys. I really love you guys, okay? Thank you for sticking around. I've been here, Itzel, and I'll see you all in the next episode or the next video. Johnny.